Right now. We have 1 hour to finish this grammar session class. So as I mentioned previously, we are going to talk about used to. How to use used to. So, used to go to the beach every day. It is better not to use used to in a question or negative forms. However, this is sometimes done in an informal spoken English, so it's no formal. It is better to ask question and create negative sentence using the simple past. So when we use used to, this is the barrier, no? The present is in the middle, future and past. So when we use used to, we are talking about something that is in the past, but not now. It's not happening, and it's not happening right now, in the present. Okay. Used to express the idea. I don't know. You can see it, though it's too little. The letters.
Yes, it's too little. I'm
Yeah.
like, I feel blind.
I'm so sorry. Better, much better.
Yes, much better. Thank you.
Yeah. For me too was too little. So we used to express the idea that something was an old habit that stopped in the past and also indicated that something was often repeated in the past, but it's not usually that now. For example, Jerry used to study English, so he's not studying more English right now, yeah, on the present. Sam and Mary used to go to Mexico in the summer, so they stopped doing that. I used to start work at 9 o'clock. Christine used to eat meat, but now she is a vegetarian. Also, we have used to, past facts and generalizations. Again, they vary the present, the future, and the past. Used to can also be used to talk about past facts or generalizations which are no longer true. For example, I used to live in Paris. Sarah used to be fat, but now she's thin. George used to be the best student in the class, but now Lena is the best. Oranges used to cost very little in Florida, but now they are quite expensive. Let me know if something that you need to know or you don't understand, okay? You can stop me, please, if I'm going too fast. We used to plus the verb for talking about states or actions that were true or happened in the past, but are not true or do not happen now. For example, London's nothing like it used to be. She used to go away on really long trips. Used to is always for talking about actions or states in the past that are not true now. The record shop I always used to visit is now a really cool cafe. I don't visit the place now. So why cannot you use the past simple? We use used to emphasize that the state or the action is not true now or does not happen now. How we can form the negative sentences? We use do in the past plus not, the infinitive, used to plus the verb, the questions in form in the similar way. He didn't use to wear nice clothes, and recently he's been looking quite cool. So what else do you use to go to London for? three verbs. Used to doesn't change. It's always in the past simple. Okay? So always in the past simple way. So you cannot use it in the present. No, it is a strange verb. We only use it in the past. Used to versus simple past. Both the simple past and used to can be used to describe past habits, past facts, and past generalizations. However, used to is preferred when emphasizing these forms of past repetition in positive sentences. On the other hand, when asking questions or making negative sentences, simple past is preferred. Okay, for examples, you used to play piano. Did you play the piano when you were young? You did not play the piano when you were young. It's clear and clear, Andres?
Yes.
Oh, Diana?
Yes, it is clear.
Okay. It's very long just talking. Also, we have active and passive examples. Jerry used to play and to pay the bills. So it's an active action. Why? You know why? No. What?
Because it's not using the causative
Mhm.
form.
Mhm. So the bills used to be paid by Jerry as a passive sentence. Yep. He used to do it, pay the bills.
Okay.
So, and the passive is the bills was paid by Jerry. Yep. So they call the active and the passive sentences. Let's look at this video. Hopefully it's going to work. Look at that, my computer is too slow. The internet, I don't know why. Wi-Fi sometimes is horrible. I think today is many teachers are connecting through Zoom. That is why. Also, when we talk about habits or states in the past, we can use used to, or sometimes you are going to see some sentences we would. And we use it to form or contrast the past with the present. We can say that we used to play tennis every day, but now we prefer golf. So let's do something. Waiting for the YouTube. Andres, can you give me a example or a sentence using used to?
In my child, for example,
Mm-hmm.
okay, I used it to play soccer with my friends after school.
Okay. Diana. Diana, no,
Which one?
Jaramillo.
Okay. Um. Okay. For instance, I used to I used to dance belly dance with my friends some years ago.
Wow, you know how to dance belly dance? That's
It's not so hard. Actually, it's pretty fun.
oh my God, it's so hard.
Oh,
That is good for your muscles.
oh yeah, yes. But
Yeah.
I'm not dancing that anymore. It was just a
Oh,
few years ago.
oh, okay. Diana too. Thank you, Diana.
Okay.
I used to walk with my father
Mm-hmm.
when I was when I was younger.
Mm-hmm. And single? Are you married? Or are you
Yeah,
still single?
I am single, but I have children.
Oh, okay. Okay. That's great. Thank you. So I used to live in Ankara before I moved to Arizona. Right now I live in Sahuarita. It's a little town in
Ankara
Arizona.
is Turkey?
Excuse me?
Turkey? Ankara is
Yes,
Turkey?
Turkey.
Oh my God.
Very
Very
different.
nice.
I learned how to dance a little bit belly dance, but it's hard to me. Very hard for me. It's not that easy.
Turkey is wonderful.
And I love how the Turkish women's dance is a little bit the same. It's Arabic. The movements and everything is like belly dance. It's pretty fun. Oh, okay.
Oh, I love that channel. She has got
Yeah.
a great pronunciation.
Yes, she's awesome. I love her too. Let's play this video.
I'll explain the differences in this lesson. Hello and welcome everyone. This is Mino at AngloLink. Today we're going to look at two expressions that often get confused with each other. Used to do and be used to doing. Although they look and sound very similar, they're quite different in meaning. By the end of the lesson, you will have a clear idea as to what each one means and how to use them correctly. So when you're ready, we can begin. Right, let's start with used to. Used to describes a habit or a fact in the past which is no longer true. For example, I used to play tennis twice a week. Now I only play occasionally. Another example, she used to live in a small village before she moved to this city. In the past, people used to walk a lot more than today. Let's look at the formulation. Used to is the fixed form for all pronouns. I used to, it used to, he used to, they used to, etc. You can also formulate questions and negative sentences with used to. However, be careful that after did, the D disappears. For example, did you used to play tennis more often? The pronunciation is very similar. Other examples? Where did you used to live? He didn't used to smoke, but now he does. Didn't she used to work for you? Right, be careful that used to has no present form. You cannot say, nowadays I used to play tennis twice a week. To describe a habit or a fact in the present, just use the present simple tense. Nowadays, I play tennis twice a week. If you want, you can add usually.
Usually.
I usually play tennis twice a week. You may sometimes hear or see would instead of used to when people tell stories about their repeated past behaviors. For example, when I was a little boy, I used to go to the seaside with my friends every day. We would spend hours there. We would look for crabs in rock pools, and we would build sand castles. Be careful not to use would for facts or general habits. Say, I used to live in a small town, not I would live in a small town. Or she used to smoke, not she would smoke. Right, let's move on to the expression be used to. Be used to something is an expression which indicates your attitude towards something. A synonym is be accustomed to. For example, she comes from a hot country. She's used to high temperatures. Or, I'm not used to spicy food. It upsets my stomach. Another example, they're athletes. They're used to hard workouts.
Sorry.
Of course, sometimes your attitude towards something may change, in which case we can use the expression get used to. For example, I couldn't eat spicy food, but I've got used to it. She comes from a hot country. She will have to get used to this cold climate. Let's look at the formulation. As this is an expression formed with the verb be or with the verb get, you can conjugate it in any tense with any pronoun. You can also formulate questions and negatives. I am used to. I wasn't used to. Will I get used to? He isn't used to. He was used to. Has he got used to? They're used to. They were getting used to. Can they get used to? Note that you are or you get used to something, a noun. If you want to use an action, a verb, after this expression, you need to use the gerund form of the verb, doing. For example, I'm not used to eating spicy food. She must get used to living in this cold climate. Athletes are used to doing hard workouts. Right, let's finish with an exercise.
Good grammar and spelling are important. But if you want to write essays that
Oh my God. My computer is. Okay, let's practice. So, share your grammar correct or incorrect. Circle whether used to is correct or incorrect in these sentences. When I was a child, my hair used to be much blonder than now. Is correct or incorrect, Andres?
Mm, what teacher? What sentences?
The first one. When I was a child, my hair used to be much blonder than now. That is correct or incorrect sentence.
Mm, yes,
It's correct?
yes, I think.
What do you think, Diana? Both of you. Both Dianas. It's
I
correct
think it's
or
correct.
incorrect? Yeah.
It's correct for me.
Yep, it's correct. So the second one. I never used to go to football. I hate it. I can't understand why people like it. Correct or incorrect? Diana Jaramillo.
I think it's incorrect because it should say like I never get used to.
Mhm. I never used to go. Mm, yep, it's incorrect.
It's like how yeah, exactly how I understand,
Mm-hmm.
how I get it. It seems that it's a get missing there. A
Yep.
get.
So the third one. I used to like his music before he went all hip hop, but now, Diana, dos. Diana, two.
I used to.
Correct or incorrect?
Mm, I think it's correct. I used to
Mhm.
like. Correct.
Okay. What do you think, Andres? Is correct or incorrect?
Um, the three sentences, teacher.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, number three.
Mm, I think is correct.
Yeah. Why?
Why? Good
Yeah,
question.
it's correct. I used to like
Yes, I used
very
to
well.
like the
Probably.
verbs
It's just a tricky.
the verbs in present simple. Um, yes, correct.
Okay, we used to visit my grandmother every weekend. I loved listening to her stories. Is correct or incorrect? Let me see if I can.
Here
Okay.
are 10 sentences.
Oh, okay. Okay. What do you think that one? We used to visit my grandmother every weekend. I love listening to her stories. Diana, why do you think this sentence, how do you know this sentence is incorrect? Or why? Why is it wrong?
Mm, I think it's incorrect
Mm-hmm.
because when you say I love listening to her stories, it's in present.
Yep,
So
exactly.
you cannot use to. You cannot use used to in present.
Yep. And used to is to just stop something that is in past and we stop doing it. But she's talking about present
Okay.
every weekend. Close here every weekend. So she continues doing it. So it's wrong to use used to. Yep. Didn't
Yes.
you used to wear glasses? Yes, but I had an operation on my eyes. So that is a question form. Negative question form. Oh my goodness. It don't work. So it's correct. Yeah. Remember that on questions, we don't use the D. Let's change the difference here. You used to with the D, and for questions, we don't use the D. Okay. I used to walk to school. I don't like using public transport. And my mom doesn't have a car anymore. Is correct or incorrect? Andrés. Andrés.
Okay, okay. Uh, I think incorrect for me.
Why?
I think the second part of the sentence is in present.
Exactly. She walk every day to school. So it's in present. It's not something that she stopped doing it. Okay? So this topic is very easy, I think so. What do you think, Diana? It's very easy.
One.
Diana, both. Both for you.
Yeah. For me
Yes.
too, but I think is sometimes to be careful with
Mm-hmm.
the auxiliary of the termination ed.
Mm-hmm. The only thing is that we need to practice. So I'm going to send
Yes.
you a link. Let me see here. Yeah, these videos of in YouTube are awesome. Love it how she's playing everything very carefully and you can understand everything. The Anglo link. You can subscribe and she has all the grammar, explanation, quantifiers, everything. It's pretty cool. Come on. Okay. I'm so sorry. My computer is too slowly. Okay. I send you the link through the chat. And let me tell you which exercise you are going to develop. Come on. Okay, finally. Okay, you are going to scroll down on the page and they have three exercises. One is gut feel, and let me check here. Regroup. So you can do it the second one. Check your grammar grouping. Okay. So you need to put the sentences in the correct group. Reorder. Yep. And they show you here correct or incorrect. And when you are done, please send me a screenshot. So I'm going to give you 7 minutes. Okay? So you need to just click on it and just see the sentence is correct or incorrect. So you put it here, for example. Yeah? So that one is not correct. I don't want you to confuse. So let me know if the link works very well and you can open it. Andres, did you try the link? Diana, ¿el link funciona bien? That works for you?
Yes,
El
yes, it
link?
is what.
Okay, okay. So just do it the second one, okay? The grammar grouping. Are you almost done, Andres and Diana Jaramillo? The exercise is very easy. Good job, Diana. Very nice. You complete both of them. That's awesome. What do you think? It's very easy. The topic is easy. Which video is this one? Andres. Andres and Diana, are you almost done? Diana Jaramillo.
Yes.
Oh, Diana is
Diana,
not here?
no,
She's gone, I think so.
Diana tiene alone.
Yeah. And Andrea.
Yes, teacher.
I don't know you who was here. I just using Diana, Diana. Oh my God. And you're doing the exercises?
Yes, teacher.
Okay. Why are you so quiet? Andres. That's good. Ready. Good job. Look at you. 100. You're a master now. Using used to. What happened with the other one, the first one? With the sentence. Those are the same that I had in the slide. So that one is cheating. Look at that. So we also can use to plus doing or gerund. There is a big difference between used to do to talk about past habits or states in any used to doing to talk about our familiarity with a place or activity. So how we can form is subject plus the verb to be plus used to and plus the verb in the in form or gerund. So I can say I am or I was used to studying English every day. So we are using the gerund form. I am used to his jaws. This is an example with a noun. You are or you were used to studying English very every day. He is or he was used to studying English every day. So now you can change the verb to be with the verb to get to talk about the process of becoming used to something rather than the state of being used to something. If you live in England, you will get used to driving on the left. It will not longer be a problem for you. So this is talking about future you will get used to. Sometimes when we talk about used to, it's about custom, acostumbrarnos a hacer cosas, okay? He finally got used to the winter weather. Finalmente se acostumbró al clima de winter, ¿no? De invierno. Don't make the mistake of combining both forms to make an ungrammatical sentence like I am used to study. That's wrong. Yeah? Remember, either I used to study is a past habit but no longer true, or I am used to studying that I am familiar with studying and continue doing. Yo estoy acostumbrada a estudiar, estar estudiando. That is how we can translate. Oh, I'm going to share with you all these videos, and if you want to just check this at home, what do you think about using doing sentences? It's different, a little bit more complicated, this part. Diana or Andrea, or is clear for you, for both of you?
For me, it's clear. I need to practice more.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But I
It's about
think
practice, but it's very
clear.
easy topic. I think so. It's very easy. But yeah, if you don't look carefully and you don't pay attention, you can commit very common mistakes that we can just do it. But it's pretty easy. I think it's easy. It's not so hard to understand how to use it. No.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. Everything is opening and my computer is so slowly.
The
Sample.
difference between
Mhm. Tell
the
me.
difference between used to and get used to is como yo solía and the other is me acostumbré o acostumbraba.
Sí. Used to es más como acostumbrarse a hacer cosas. Si lo traduces aquí, I used to study. No, esta de get, ¿dónde estaba? Here. You will get
To live
used
in
to, te acostumbrarás a manejar en el lado izquierdo, ¿no? Si vas para England. Entonces, por eso estamos usando el will get como en futuro, you will get used to. Te acostumbrarás a manejar en el lado izquierdo. So, aquí dice que it will no longer to be a problem for you. No será un problema para ti. So he finally got used to. Él finalmente se acostumbró. Juntos, got used to. Se acostumbró al clima, ¿no? De invierno.
Yes.
So that is the only difference using used to. When we used to get the verb get or doing. That is why we about here. This is a common mistake that we can say I am used to study. No, I used to studying is the gerund. Okay.
Okay, thanks.
Oh, I was used to study. It's pasado. All we have to keep in mind that it's past. If we used to, it's past. We are relating to something that is in past. For example, we can say we used to play lots of board games when we were younger, but sometimes we we just put it. We were playing lots of board games when we were younger. That one is wrong because the past continuum shouldn't be used to talk about past habits. So the clue is when we are going to talk about past habits, hábitos pasados, we must use used to. Always to talk about habits. And also we can say when I was younger, my family would go skiing once a year. That was, we are using would to refers to a past habit. How long? We don't know. 6 years, could be 5 years, 3 years. But that was in the past, yeah? And it's another common mistake when in some sentence. We used to live in London. I'm going to type it here. When we use would, we used to live in London before we moved to Sydney. So, London. Before we move, okay, to Sydney. So, it's wrong if we say we would live in London before we move to Sydney. Why? Because would cannot be used in this way with the stay verb. We will live. No estamos hablando en past. ¿Ya? We would, aquí así sería como nosotros podríamos vivir. No que vivimos en London. Hablando de pasado, antes de movernos. So sometimes it's just you need to pay attention, just look carefully the sentence, if that makes sense for you. Always, I think it's most like we used to use it in the wood. It's more easy to use, used to. I don't know if I send you this link and you can continue watching to correct. This is the common
that contain common mistakes. See if you can spot and correct them. Number 1. Jane was used to be a nurse before she got married. That's right. We don't need the verb to be here. This is the expression used to for a fact in the past. Jane used to be a nurse before she got married. Number 2. She is gradually getting used to get up early. After get used to, you need to use the gerund form. She is gradually getting used to getting up early. Number 3. We didn't used to get so much junk mail before. After did, no D. We didn't used to get so much junk mail before. Number 4. Peter's family would own a farm which they have now sold. Would doesn't work in this sentence. You have to use used to. Peter's family used to own a farm which they have now sold. Number 5. These days, we used to eat fish once a week.
So, what do you think about this sentence? What is missing here? What is the mistake here? These days, we used to eat fish once a week.
Use no have the D.
Mm-hmm. Do you agree, Diana and Anna and Andrea? Yeah, I change your name now, Anna. Andrea. That is the mistake. The D.
That sentence is in present.
Mm-hmm.
I'm confused.
Wasn't weak. Let's check.
We eat.
Mm-hmm. Let's check.
As you will remember, you must not use the expression used to in the
Mm-hmm.
present. Just use the present simple tense. These days,
We usually.
eat fish once a week.
Mm-hmm.
You can add usually if you want. These days, we usually eat fish once a week. Number 6. It took him some time to get used to drive an automatic car.
What do you think about this sentence? It took him some time to get used to drive an automatic car. What is the mistake here? Andrea.
Yes, teacher.
Mm-hmm. What do you think is the mistake here?
I don't understand.
Okay, no problem. Andrés,
O sea,
what
sí,
do
sí
you think?
entendí el tema, pero no entendí lo que me dijo.
¿De cuál es el error en este sentence?
Ah, ok. Mm, manejo mi carro automático. Eat. Eat, teacher, no.
No, the mistake appears to be here.
No,
It
ay,
took
no
him
sé.
some time to get used to driving an automatic car.
Ah, sometimes.
Diana, what do you think? You want it so hard?
I don't know if the get it will
Mhm.
be past. Go. I got used to drive an automatic car.
Okay, let's find out. Pen.
After get used to, you must use the gerund form. It took
Driving.
him some time
To get used to driving.
to get used to driving an automatic car.
Over here in the lesson. Look it. You will get used to driving. It's a little bit tricky one.
Number 7. Sally has become very sporty and uses to go to the gym every day.
What is the mistake here? That is in present. It's nothing talking about the past. To become very sporty and to go to the gym every day. So it's fine to use used to in this sentence. No, because it's in present. She doesn't stop doing that. Yeah.
Once again, we
Used to go.
used to in the present. We can't. Just keep it to the present simple tense. Sally has become very sporty.
Goes to the gym.
Every day. Number 8. This building would be a hospital during the war.
This one is very easy. Diana. What we need to change here in this sentence? This building will be a hospital during the war. We replace the would to used to.
As you will remember, would cannot be used in this case. Change it to used to. This building used to be a hospital.
And if you translate into Spanish, sería este edificio solía ser un hospital durante la guerra. Solía, so we are talking about past. Would, no, porque
¿Cómo está traducido?
como would
Podría ser.
sería este edificio podría ser un hospital durante la guerra. No hace sentido. ¿Ya? Just common sense. Almost
Number
done.
9. Where did you used to go to school?
This one is very easy. What is the mistake here? What is wrong here, Diana? Very easy.
The D.
It's about questioning. We are using past here.
The
Yes.
auxiliary. Yes, the
So
auxiliary.
we don't need a D here.
No D after did. Where did you used to go to school?
It's already in past.
Number 10. What a fantastic present. I'm not used to be spoiled like this.
What do you think about this one? It's again in present. What a fantastic present. It's at the moment. So what we can use over here? I am not used to be spoiled like this. No clue?
After be used to, the verb is in the gerund form.
Been.
I'm not used to being.
To been. No estoy acostumbrada a ser siendo spoiled like this. So, enduring.
Spoiled like this.
It's done. This video is great. It's awesome. And I just send you the other link, YouTube, and you can watch it at home if you want. And that's it for today.